Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Andar Plays Victoria 2 as Catalonia. Last episode, what did we do last episode? We started a process of early industrialization, which can be seen here, which is doing pretty well, except for right now, evidently everyone's losing money. Everyone's out of a job. But other than that, we took over Sicily over here, because we could. 2 Sicilies is a pushover, compared to France, who does most of the work for us. But right now, we have to figure out what is going on with our economy. Just started going nowhere, and now it's going up. Now it's going down. Very volatile. What can we do to help that? I don't want to cut education anymore. I guess I could just start charging the poor people more to live here. 100%. And I'll start taxing the rich people. No? Okay. I'd like to keep this middle class, see how that goes with this Catalonia build. We got 12,000 troops. One of them can't really be supported. John Brown's last raid just went on. And really right now I'm just trying to see if I can get to a point where I can colonize, which I believe will probably need something a little extra just to get me over there. But let's pause, let's observe our options. I'm thinking I might have to fight someone. Like, I want to get into the Congo, but I poorly thought out my future and didn't, and I just set Spain up to take it early, so that's unfortunate bit that happened there. I mean, worst case scenario, let's see, I always forget where this button is. You know, I can get into Western Sahara, but that's not where the good resources are. It's not where the good population is. You know, like, this is all desert, small tribes, and the like. And while I guess I could move my way over here and position myself to invade Sokoto, but what I really want is the Niger Delta, which is this, because it has coal. And I think coal and tropical wood would very much so benefit my empire. So I'm thinking one of these guys, but Netherlands somehow has this habit of building these giant alliances. I don't see how they do it. They manage to get an alliance with Britain, Scandinavia, Spain are enemies, Luxembourg, and the Ottoman Empire. I don't know, how do they do it? How do you do it? The Dutch. France is our ally. Scandinavia. Scandinavia is a bit of a weaker target, I'm sure. And they're all bogged down in this giant Austria-Prussia Brothers War. Which, you know, it's... I guess... It looks on the map that Austria is winning. But, you know, sometimes just because you have occupied territory doesn't mean you're actually winning. Right, World War II Germany invading France can actually see Paris, but then gets pushed all the way back for some reason. Stuff like that. Britain's got hedges. So, what are our options? Like, I really want to get in there. Could take Spanish South Cameroon from Spain, who is Spain allied with. But if I want to go to war with... man, they've got a good bunch of alliances too. If I want to go to war with Spain, I'd much rather take Aragon over here, or maybe Valencia, than anything else. Let's see, yeah, Valencia even includes this iron down there. And as noted in previous episodes, is the Catalonian culture spread down there. Which I don't know the cultures of my country, actually. So yeah, we respect Catalan culture and the Spanish culture, so I don't really have to worry about offending any Spaniards that I might incorporate in my country. However, the Basque, or Basque, however you pronounce it, I don't know if I'd have trouble with them or not. But I believe I can expand this naval base out. If only I had the money. Which I don't think we'll get in time. You know, by 1870 is when colonization roughly starts beginning. I have all the techs for it. You know, breech-loaded rifles, medicine, and state and government. Yeah, I could research that when I'm done with idealism, nationalism, and imperialism. And for right now, I'm not seeing many options. Many good options, anyway. Unless I'm just all like, hey, yo, France, go kill Oman for me. And take this little piece of Africa. Get Kenya in here to Lake Victoria. That'd be an interesting way to get in here, because you get coffee, cotton, that's good stuff. And, you know, if you can get further in, or further in and south, there's some iron down here. You know, lots of tropical wood. A very roundabout way of getting into the Congo that I don't necessarily like, but it might be the best option if, you know, we don't get the naval range that we need. I mean, Portugal is allied with Britain. How strong is Britain compared to France? Because we decided to put all our bets into France defending us. 177, most of that's going to be naval power though. And France is 197, mostly land power. Okay, so, oh whoops, I gotta start researching that technology. So I gotta start, yeah, I think France can take Britain, but I've known France to make some pretty bad mistakes in the past. Maybe. And at some point, it's like, why not just take some British colonial areas? Huh. Oh, look, civil war's going on. Very... poor Nebraska. Like, even if they won, it would just be separated from the rest of the Confederacy. You know, maybe I can understand the four corners here. Utah, Nevada, Utah might be able to do better. But Nebraska's just stuck there in an island. That's unfortunate. Anyway, back to us. Yeah, we could take some Portuguese territory as well. Let's see, what do they got? Lots of grain. But, you know, if I take Lorino Marquis, I could easily get into Zambezi. And, I mean, that's kind of... that has really good iron resources. And then I probably will get cornered by Spain, though. Would that be a good plan, considering that I will forever have the hatred of the Portuguese? Maybe. But then it's like, at the same time, I would just be offending the United Kingdom and lots of decisions. This could go any way. I'm going to try playing peacefully until, well, I want this alliance of Spain to get broken up. You know, will they ever stop being friends with the Russian Empire, or Netherlands, or Ottoman Empire? That's what I really want. Mostly, though, it's because they're protected by the United Kingdom, and that puts me in a very awkward position if I want to be taking any of my territorial ambitions. Which, you know, also includes Spanish Catalonia here, this island that, you know, for whatever reason, is not a part of actual Catalonia. And what is this? Sign the Geneva Convention. And then I will lose one infamy. Why don't I see if there's any people that I can just declare war on right quick? They are still in the sphere. Not a puppet of the United States, but in the sphere, definitely. Portugal's Gambia over there. What resources does Gambia have? Nothing to go crazy over. So, Transvaal, Orange. no one I really want to attack. Let's see. Justify a war to establish protectorate would cost 10 and 128 days. What about... okay, so Britain has Egypt in their sphere. Otherwise, I was actually going to be intelligent and take Sinai Peninsula from them and build the Suez Canal myself. But that does not appear to be a thing that is going to happen. Could take Yemen, puts me on the coast of Somalia, build, something, wedge myself in there. But like I said, we'll just see where this goes. I'm not going to sign the Geneva Convention until it benefits me, because I have less than 1 infamy, and I want that entire infamy chunk to go down if I can, if that is at all possible. Hopefully the Geneva Convention doesn't become unavailable at some point. Gain 6 prestige. Oh yes. Okay. And I think we have enough money to build the naval base. No, we don't. We need a lot more money than what we have. Okay. How are the factories doing? They're doing all right. All of them are making profit. That's what I like to see. Let's actually go to projects, see what the capitalists are wanting to do. Build a luxury factory. I think it's a good idea, but there's 0 investors into it right now. Yeah. Oh, we had unemployed there for a moment. Long-range fire tactic. Get some more Navy organization there. Okay, we are at 1,500 pounds. We get a moralist resurgence. Moralist, super moralist Catalonia. Spain is a higher rank than us, of course. They are not as industrialized as us. We have fulfilled our goal of being the more industrialized part of the Iberian Peninsula. Unless Portugal has something to say about that. They don't. They have even less. I should have been taken on Portugal when I had the chance. Okay, so Prussia has made this really ugly looking stretch into Slovakia here, Moravia, which would make Czechoslovakia look really ugly if Austria somehow released them. Albania, that was weird. Very quick and sudden independence movement. Just swept that area. Hello, Albania. Welcome to the world. On December 31st, Albania became an independent nation. Stuff out there. I'm gonna tell you right now, little kid. Being mean to Albanians. Okay, what do I need here? Well, maybe get Raider Group Doctrine, and maybe I can build another naval base level in time, but maybe not. Making profit? How much will that expand? Okay, it'll increase colonial range by 100. No, that's the next level. This naval base will, okay, no. Okay. I think what it's trying to tell me is that when it's done expanding, I will get an extra 100 naval range for a total of 250 naval range. Let's just keep it going then. And that would mean little ship icon. This right here is 150. Oh, it's not a good tech. But, okay. Yeah, it's 152. And where I want to hopefully get is 295. So I would need a 3rd naval base if I wanted to get in there. Man, I don't think I have the time for that. Okay. There's always the war option. I'm sure France will oblige in any conquest that I might need. But I'd really rather not, because they might move their troops from Dunkirk, And if they did that, then the British troops would just flood into the country. And then they'd be distracted. Spain would probably get involved, start invading my entire nation. I'd just be sitting here losing money. It would be a disaster. I gotta think smart. Think smart. Okay, and the British are just going to invade Yemen. I guess they're going to hold the entire Middle East at some point. That's what the British are doing. They are extremely aggressive right now. Crisis in East Macedonia, naval base level, and what else can I get? Can I get not colonial migration? Let's start building some railroads then. And how is that moving? Not fast enough. It'll be done by 1870 at the earliest. That is bad. You know, in the meantime, you know, West Sahara isn't a horrible place, and with the added naval range that I will be getting from that, I'll be able to probably colonize other places. Let's see. Farthest place I probably colonize is here, right? That's 242, so yeah, about right there. Let's see. Now we have a lot of agriculture, so I can understand why we would want more of that. Let's do market structure, that'll be quick. So yes, that is 249 naval range. I would be able to get the Ivory Coast. That has cotton at least, and cattle, and can get me more cotton and whatnot. In addition, it has, you know, a bit of a population up there. And what I want is to hire my colonial subjects into the military, and then I can maybe use that to provide a little extra in any war for the future against the Spanish monstrosity that is holding our Catalonian brothers and sisters in their grasp. Yeah, it's 100 pounds, it ain't much. Let's see. And we can build the railroads. So yeah, I'll build these railroads, I guess. I can't... Our terrain is too rugged for a very effective railway system. That's unfortunate. Like, man, these are huge mountains too, so it probably will be a long time before I can actually even build railroads in that area. How rugged is Sicily? They're hilly. It'll take a while, but I can get there. We have a lot of crime because we're not putting any money into administration. Maybe that's what I should do. Next tech should be a taxation tech here in commerce, tax efficiency, and then maybe administrative efficiency. Very domestic leadership this time around, whereas my last two campaigns were very imperial. Although this domestic leadership only serves a later game imperial strategy. Hopefully my population will explode. And we have a luxury factory here. It's yeah. Let's try and get people moving over there, because luxury factories can produce a lot of money. Okay, it's 1870. All people really need now is machine guns so that they can get colonial negotiations. As soon as that happens, the colonial game is up and running. And our naval base has been constructed. We just need 33,500 pounds to build level 3. We're almost there though. That's alright. No, I'm not going to build forts on those borders. Although building the forts in Sicily would be a good idea, and we have socialists now. Okay. All poor in Catalonia become 50% more socialist. Yeah, I think I'll go the socialist route because, let me see it. Alright, yeah. Because, you know, I've been having a lot of control over the industry so far, And why would I want that to end now? You know, it'll be the people's industry after that point. Yeah, so that'll be the course for Catalonia. Maybe. I don't know, we'll see. There's still a lot of time left in the game. You know, with having such a small population affecting them in democracies, would probably be extremely effective to getting everyone convinced over a single ideology. Whereas in larger countries like Russia, for instance, getting everyone to agree on something would probably be very difficult. North German Federation exists now. Okay, good. Don't have a bunch of little tiny nations compete with. Just Bavaria, Wittenberg, and, what's this place? Baden. Alright. Not enough room in Europe for all these tiny countries. It's me, Albania, and Greece. We are the only tiny country, and Serbia. And then these two countries need to form Romania. And Switzerland. Okay, there's plenty of room for small countries in Europe. They're building a canned food factory. They see a lot of potential in the industrial capacity of Catalonia. And you can see why. Catalonia is a great place. See, who would dare rebel? Even the oppressed Sicilian majority, mind you, if we look at that population statistic, there are more South Italians in the Catalonian grasp than there are Catalonians. So, the oppressed majority in our country is okay with that. Because they're not oppressed. Catalonian rule is good rule. Albania. Greece. Okay. Maybe we can build a naval base in time for, colonial negotiations kick off. And we can get into our territory. So let's see if I was correct with my assessment about what colonial range meant. It doesn't appear to have meant what I had hoped it would mean. So now this is actually the closest I can get, which is only 187. Okay. No, that's 200. My naval range. Okay, what is my naval range then? Okay, my colonial range is 200. Okay, that's obvious. And then it'll be 150. So I'll have 350, right? Yeah. I should definitely be able to reach it. Okay. Fine, okay. No one's researched colonial negotiations yet. Maybe I can be the first, get a head start. How many colonial points do I have? 156 out of 156. Good. I am at peace. It's fine. Okay. There's rebellions going on, and usually Sardinia, Piedmont don't build a navy for some reason, and they never send troops over to deal with rebels in Sardinia here. And so there's just a billion rebels here halfway through the game. Okay, I have colonial negotiations now. Okay. And immediately, France just kicks off to Sicily, wants to build something there. Okay. What should I do? Could get into Gambia. Could get into Guinea. I think that's... Yeah, I mean, you'd think, having looked at this stuff extensively, I'd memorize it by now. Okay. So yeah, basically, these are my two options at the moment. Is... Here in Gambia, Senegal, I don't want to compete with France, or Mauritania. And Mauritania would put me in direct competition with the two Sicilies. Two Sicilies will push over, I don't care about them. Then I could get into Inner Mauritania, and then Timbuktu, Outer Hazarden, puts me over here in Bornu, which will give me a border in North Cameroon. Man, I don't have the colonial investiture to be making that kind of stuff. Hopefully, everyone stays away from Niger Delta. That's the territory I really want. It looks really valuable. Although most of the times when I do colonial stuff, it's just picking whatever. So let's see here. I think the path of least competition would be found in Gambia. Now that'll give me a nice spot. Population-wise, I think there's more people than in Marietana. Let's see. 23,000, 3,000, 26,000. We got 20,000 right there. 30,000 right there. Yeah, definitely. We're doing Gambia. Although it'll look very weird, we'll have this weird British thing hanging off of us, but that's fine. It doesn't have to look pretty. And that takes most of our colonial power to do that. So maybe what we'll do, if we can, oh, why not build some of these? Yeah. Men of War. And get some strategic mobility, build up forts, now that we don't need a navy base of operations anymore, or at the very least as much as we used to. Yep. Build forts on these hills, and then we'll expand those forts when we can. The construction budget is through the roof right now, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm excited. I get to have a colony for the first time in my Let's Plays. Okay, and then I can expand over into Western Mali, hopefully. We have unemployed people, but they quickly get employed by our expanding industry. Okay, we just have to hope everyone stays out until 1873. When will our naval base be done? That will be done in 1874. So basically, I just kind of sit here and hope this gets done. Oh man, it looks like France is gonna just push northward as much as it possibly can. Okay. Create Protectorate. It is now our territory. Right there. It'll cost us 20 colonial power to create a, to upgrade it from a protectorate to a colonial state, I believe. I like it as it is now. Let's see, does that increase my colonial range any? No, it doesn't really. I'd rather have more colonial territory than I currently do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to forego turning this into a colonial state. I'm just going to keep it as a protectorate. I want as much land as I possibly can get. I think war just broke out. That's what usually happens when I get all these requests for admission. Or the Sinai concession against Egypt. That's what I wanted to do one day. We can create a colony. Yeah, I know we can create a colony. Thank you. Okay. Army decision making. Point defense system. Okay, so if I can get away with it, I really don't want to colonize there in that land. Oh man. Okay. That is still just not done yet. But our man of wars are getting created, and that is giving us more colonial power, and that's good. Okay, so we got one going on here. Okay, now the British and the French are competing in that area, which means that I have a lot of time. Okay, oh yeah, and I can just check on my naval base progress right here in the side view while staring down at my colonial progress right there. Yeah. Fun stuff, colonization. I don't know why everyone had such a big deal about it. Oh, intolerable things to say. Come on, hurry up. Okay. 1873. We can create protectorate now. Woo! Look at that. Catalonian Africa. Create a colony in both of these. We won't get enough naval power until our naval base is completed. Let's see if we can expand the naval base here. It'll cost a bit of money, but, you know, more naval base, more men of war production. And those men of war are coming out soon. Comes to our naval base here, it's still not done yet. And I don't think we have any colonial power enough to push forward. Oh yeah, we do actually. It takes 80 colonial power to make a investment into Timbuktu here. Evidently no one wants Maritana. Yeah, how much will that hold us in maintenance? And I'm not even sure if this will give me enough colonial range to get me what I want. And it looks like Scandinavia is making a big push. Like, I don't want to be left out, and I want as much land as possible. Do I want to risk it? Do I really want to risk it? Man, okay, when's this getting done? The 5th month. Man, okay. Yeah, I'll just wait for this. Hope it does good. Probably can't build a naval base in the colonies until... Yeah, I can. Okay, that's good. That probably won't be done for a while either. Okay, so now I have more colonial power because of the men of war. It looked like I got less. Okay, now we got field fortifications, and that naval base isn't done yet. 1874, 524. Against Belgium by France. Okay, that's fine. I hate Belgium. Not in real life. Belgium's fine. Drove through Belgium. Yeah, I visited Europe. Went to Amsterdam. Went to Brussels. Went to Paris. London. Basically just touring Western European capitals. As an American tourist is ought to do. So now we have that naval base. Ah, man. It was all a waste of time. Think of all this stuff we could be getting in the meantime. Grr. Okay, maybe this naval base will, that won't be done for years, though. Man. Okay. This really is a scramble for Africa if I have ever seen one. We can get Timbuktu. We can get Inner Maritana. We can get Maritana. We can get both. We have 147. No, we can't get both. Only one at a time. Which one do you want? I mean, this is on the coast and be easier to defend if I ever needed to defend it. Yeah, I think I'll just cut north into Timbuktu. Right? Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Except everything. So I can't take that. Men of war are still on the way. Good. Not as much as I'd like to see, though. Well, we got a naval base of 3. That's pretty powerful position. Pretty powerful thing to have. That is not to be understated. I can then try and get a navy of battleships and cruisers and junk, if that's something I want to go for. Fortunately, I won't get to play the huge colonial influence that I wanted to originally play. But overall, this was supposed to serve industrial means and capacities, so I should encourage that some more. Factory input efficiency, administrative efficiency was a thing I wanted to get the last time around, but couldn't because time ran out for just frivolous research. Very interesting colonial borders we are going to have, though. Okay, they are calling me to war. French conquest of Belgian Wallonie is baloney. Okay, so they are at war with Austria, the Two Sicilies, and Belgium. It's funny because Belgium and the Two Sicilies are competing right now for Western Morocco. So, I don't know what I want to do with these guys. I'll just attach them to a French troop somewhere. Yeah, these guys look good. 51,000 men. Fine. Okay. Huge battle there. Oh yeah, this war is for Wallonie because the French are conquesting it. But why? That's the question. Let us observe. That's a pretty good chunk of territory they're going to be taken off of them. Lots of population in those areas. Ah, man, some great industrial resources. Yes, if I were France, I would definitely have done that. Let's be honest. Okay. So yep, they'll move up there. See if we can grab some quick prestige out of this. If we can. But it looks like, yeah, we'll just send an occupation force to Brussels. Say that we took the capital. It was us, our doing. The front. Okay. How's the colonial effort going? Create protectorate? Good. Okay, so the two Sicilies won that battle, and they're gonna take this area. Oh man. I wanted Outer Herzegovina, but couldn't get to it from the looks of it. And they're not taking Niger Delta, but they are taking this area. They're getting way too close to it. Man, I'm so close to being able to take that too. This will never be done in time. Okay, just stop worrying about it. Get what you need. What you need is to get a border with Sokoto, because taking Sokoto out could heavily benefit your empire. Yeah. So yeah, Niger. That'll give us a good bunch of desert territory. No real good resources though, no good population, just a bunch of random landmass. Oh, we have a name on a map now. Catalonia in Africa. Spread across this very weird geographic monstrosity. Can't take that. I'm not going to compete. I don't like competing with anyone. As far as I'm concerned, Sicily wants to contain itself right there. That's fine by me. Can only really colonize one thing at a time. So yeah, it's fine. Whatever. There are other matters to attend to, like this very slow occupation of, oh, let's just throw some funding their way. Come on. Why not? It's not like we're losing that much money. And the war's gonna be over quick anyway. Like, the only area that is not occupied is the area that we were tasked to occupy. It is a very bad showing of Catalonian military force. Those 41,000 German troops just sitting there, waiting to strike. Man, okay. So yes, now we have some administrative efficiency. Let's get some high and low pressure steam engines. Woo! Alrighty. Okay, what is Germany doing right now? Wait, okay, the United Kingdom removed us from the sphere of influence of France. That's not what I want to hear. Ah, man. Okay, whatever. They're going to take East Galicia. Oh, the Russians are going to take East Galicia from Austria. North German liberation of Scandinavia. They are going to try and liberate Scandinavian Schleswig-Holstein and take United Kingdom wants Dutch Guiana. Alright, fair enough. So yeah, that'll probably be an easy battle for Germany. Maybe it'll get these Scandinavians to back off. Nope, they're gonna take the Niger Delta. Man, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, it's getting to be that time, so I will end this episode here. Thank you for watching part 3 of Andar Plays Victoria 2 as Catalonia. And stay tuned to Andar Nation for more Let's Play goodness.